right, girlfriend wants us to move to Hollywood. Hey, Billy Butterbean. I'm a 26-year-old guy, and my 24-year-old girlfriend of 4.5 years has decided she wants to chase her childhood passion of acting. When she initially mentioned wanting to take acting class, I was very supportive and told her to pursue it to her heart's content. Well, a couple weeks ago, she decided the acting school she wanted to go to was the fucking American Academy of Dramatic Arts in Hollywood. I tell her to apply, being the caring fucking bozo I am, and she gets in. Of course she did. Now she wants us to move to LA in January for the winter semester. We live in Texas and barely make enough to live in our modest 2-bedroom apartment. When I explained to her how expensive LA is and that we do not have jobs there and that we would have to leave behind a lot of our 2 bedrooms worth of furniture to live in a small shitty apartment, she says I care too much about money and material possessions and that she is so disappointed I can't be excited to go on this adventure with her. Yeah, imagine if the tables were turned. Would she want to go on this adventure and leave that L-shaped couch? Keep in mind, we were long distance from 2018 to 2020 when she moved back to our state. I took a second job so we could afford a 2-bedroom that she begged for. Begged for! Exclamation point. Now I am the bad guy for saying I do not want to downsize to a smaller place in fucking Hollywood. I love this girl. She's a sweet and lovely lady. Isn't that amazing? After all that shit that she's doing to you still, unreal. I intend on marrying her, but how can I tell her she's out of her mind and that trying to move to Hollywood to become an actress is a fucking fairy tale dream? Any help you or the lovely Nia is much appreciated. Thanks, and go fuck yourself. No, moving to Hollywood and becoming an actress is not a fairy tale dream. It happens all the time. So my question is do you really believe that she can do this shit? Or are you just saying, yeah, whatever you want to do because you're just being a good guy? And now it became real, and now you're going to say, like, your dream isn't going to come true. You don't want to do that to her. But also, she's looking out for herself here, and you have to look out for yourself. You're both single. You're not married to each other. You're just boyfriend, girlfriend. So you have to make the decision, do I love this person enough to leave the comfort and the space of Texas, not to mention the Texas mentality, to come out to Hollywood to hear the inverse of what you think about a lot of things and how you see the world. And, what about you? What about your dream? I think this is a time to be selfish. In that you have to figure out what you want. This is one of these things. You're not being She's going after what she wants, and she doesn't give a fuck about dragging you out there. She doesn't give a fuck about the quality of life that you're going to live while she's there. She doesn't give a shit. She's got her eye on the prize, and she wants to go get this shit, which there's nothing wrong with that. So what you got to do, you almost got to be the chick here. You got to be like, well, what's in it for me? You got to put a ring on my finger if I'm going to go out. That's what they do. But she wins that too. If so, I don't know. I don't know, man. Can't you just find some chick that likes to line dance and driving the fucking rubbing your dick in a fucking Chevy Silverado as you drive down the street, listening to Travis Tritt? There's got to be a million of those out there, right? Why don't you just do that? Why don't you just say, listen, I think we had a great run. I don't want to move out there. I don't want to ruin your fucking dream. But my dream is not to, live in LA and, watch somebody else's dream come true. My dream's to stay right here in Texas, right? Give myself a spread north of Dallas. Have a woman that can make me some chicken and biscuits. Listening to country music. What would you do? You had to give your life for freedom. What would you do? Yeah, you got to figure out what you want here, buddy. It all depends. Some people don't mind, I don't know. I think if you want to be like a house husband, because at that point, she goes out and makes it. She's going to be on set fucking all day long. Somebody's going to have to be at home with the kids. I don't know. That's a tough one. And that is a big ask for you to move all the way out there. But if that's what she really wants to do, I want her to do it, and I just want you to do what's right for you, which is what you have to figure out. Which it sounds to me that you think like her, the fact that you think her dream is ridiculous, which is what it sounds like, I would not go out there. Because at some point, you're going to be fucking pissed, when rodeo season starts and you're watching it on some little square TV and she's over in the corner going, to be or not to be. And you're like, what the fuck? Why don't you make me a fucking sandwich instead of sitting over there doing that lottie-dottie shit? I just don't want you to get involved in that. There have been a lot of stereotypes in this story, and it's because I'm ignorant. All right.